All right. All right, most of the students have now joined, so I will again start my lecture from the point it was left off. So we were discussing, yes, now we were discussing the statistical nature of the or statistical averages of our random processes. So what we were saying that if you fix time, random processes becomes a random variable with a mean and a variance, all right, which are just numbers. But the thing is that yes, these means and these averages, they will depend on time. Okay, they will definitely be depending, because with time, uh, you can very well see the random variable will be changing. For example, you have this cos of 2 pi ft. All right, that f we saw was a random variable, all right, but 2 pi 100 ft, whatever you can see. But then, if that t is changing, all right, so your random function, which is cos 2 pi 100 ft, is actually giving you different values corresponding to t. So if it is giving you different values, mean its mean is changing. All right. So a random process becomes a random variable. No one can doubt it once time is fixed. But the statistics, the mean or the variance, that might change. So that might be changing with respect to time, because you could see the uh, so mean can generally be mean of a random process at t1. Okay, where xt1 is a random variable would be different from the mean of the random variable, mean of the random process at t naught, or mean of the random variable at t naught time of the random process could be different. This random variable could be different. The mean of this random variable could be different than the mean of this random variable. Both these random variables are actually the realization of the same random process, but at different times t naught and t1. All right, I hope this makes sense. Now let us go to the exact definition of the mean of a random process. So mean of a random process is a function of t. Okay, uh, and at any time t naught, it will be equal to the mean of the random variable at t naught. Very well, this makes sense. And hence, mean of a random variable is actually mean of uh, of the random process at any time t. That is why it is a function of t. You can define while if I say that if I want to find the mean of xt naught, but xt naught is very well defined because xt naught becomes a random variable. So mean of xt naught, this will be number, because you are now finding the mean of a random variable. Xt naught is a random variable. Okay, will be mean of xt, but t is equal to t naught. So it will be the same formula. X is a random variable. Okay, and distribution of fx at t naught. All right. So x is the random variable at x t naught, and this is a distribution at t naught time, and then this will give you the mean of the random variable at t naught time of the random process capital X. Okay. This also 515 also gives us a pictorial representation. You can see here. So these are your various xt1, omega 1, x. These are the various realizations, sample functions of your random processes. And this is their mean, E of x. This empty is the mean. So you can see the mean could be changing because the random processes could be changing with time. So their mean, which is in between, could also be changing with respect to time. So coming back to the point where you were saying. Now, let us again do some examples, because remember, examples are very important to get a good idea, a good grasp over random processes. So now I say I have a uniform distribution 1 over 2 pi from 0 to 2 pi, as we discussed before, why it is 2 pi. I want to find its mean. All right. So random process यानी कि is in example 5.2.2. So you can see this example 5.2.2, which was something about the phase. So this is your random process 2 pi ft plus, where this is a now uniform random variable going from 0 to 2 pi with 1 over 2 pi as its PDF. This is my random process. Okay. Now I want to find its mean. All right. So how can I find its mean here? So I will follow the formula. So mean of a random process, okay, is equal to the random process. This is the random process, a cos 2 pi f naught with theta, where theta, is a uniform random variable with this distribution, times the PDF of your theta. Same thing here. This was so yes, this actually this definition was the definition with respect to a constant t naught. If t naught is not constant, this becomes x of t, this becomes mx of t, this becomes fx of t. All right. So we can use this thing. So here x will be x of t. All right, varying with time. You can see varying with time, and this will be fx of t. So you can see that fx of t here, the uniform distribution always with all time it is uniform. You can just replace it by 1 over 2 pi. So now if you can integrate this from infinity to infinity, because the values that the variable theta is taking or this phase is taking or this dx is taking is from 0 to 2 pi. So you just integrate from 0 to 2 pi. So cos 1 over the all constants of the integral of cos from 0 to 2 pi. This 2 pi is the period, okay, with respect to theta. So you could if you want to do, you can do this integration, but you can very well see the cosine function will be for any theta. You have a simple cosine function. All right. And if you're integrating it from 0 to 2 pi, you have a full cosine function with equal positive and negative values. Okay. And this will be always 0. This integral will always be 0, because mean of the cosine is half positive, half negative. It will always give you a 0. Okay. Okay, so it will always give you a 0. So this means that the mean of your process is 0. In this case, you can see the mean is always 0. It is independent of t. So this average plays a very important role. Now another average that is very important is the famous autocorrelation function. An autocorrelation function describes the PSD, the power spectral density, and the power content of a large class of random process. Now before we go further, I just want to make sure that students are especially clear about autocorrelation function and power spectral density. Haji, does everyone know what is an autocorrelation function with respect to signals and systems? Haji, let us ask a question here. Haji, does everyone know what is the autocorrelation function with respect to signal system? Deterministic thing, no randomness. Who is roll number 3? What is the name of the student having roll number 3? Roll number 3? What is your name? Acha, Hamna Shaheen. Can you hear me?
Hamna Shaheen, sir.
Acha, Hamna Shaheen, can you hear me?
Sir, there is some internet problem, so... Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly. All right. So,
sir, here is some...
I know there's noise, but I can still hear you. Okay. Now the problem is, I just wanted to ask that, do you know what is a autocorrelation function? Have you studied autocorrelation function in your signal system course or any other undergrad course? Hamna Shaheen.
No, sir.
Actually, you have not studied. All right. Thank you very much. You can turn off your mic. Haji, any student has learned about autocorrelation functions in their undergrad courses? Autocorrelation function.
सर इसमें हम करंट वैल्यू को उसकी पास्ट वैल्यू के साथ रिलेट करके चेक करते हैं, हम ये करते हैं.
करंट वैल्यू को पास्ट वैल्यू के साथ. Who is this student who is saying this answer?
Sir, Faiza Salim.
अच्छा, Faiza Salim. What is your roll number?
24.
अच्छा, 24. अच्छा, you are saying that autocorrelation relates current value with its past value. This is your answer? Faiza Salim?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा.
Yes, sir.
It is not exactly correct, but it is, you can say it is partially correct. हाँ जी.
डिले जब डालते
सर
हैं
इसमें
ना,
बेसिकली हम ना
Yes,
एक
sir.
टाइम
डिले के साथ करते हैं.
अच्छा, डिले के साथ.
सिमिलैरिटी चेक करते हैं सर दोनों, डिलेड फंक्शन की और जो उससे पहले वाला होता है.
जी जी. ये कौन बोल रहा है अभी? ये जो
हसन गिलानी, रोल नंबर 10.
अच्छा, रोल नंबर 10 से. अच्छा, आप क्या कह रहे हैं कि ये क्या करता है? तो इसको आप मैथमेटिकली कैसे रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं? आपको कुछ आइडिया इसका? ऑटो कोरिलेशन, इसका मतलब आपने ऑटो कोरिलेशन तो पढ़ा हुआ है, ठीक है ना? माशाल्लाह डिले आ गया तो उसका मतलब आप लोगों को आइडिया है ऑटो कोरिलेशन का, ठीक है? तो मैं कह रहा था ये हसन गिलानी साहब, इसका फॉर्मूला तो थोड़ा बहुत याद है आपको ऑटो कोरिलेशन का?
सर एग्जैक्ट तो नहीं याद, लेकिन टाइम के अंदर डिले ही डाल देते हैं.
टाइम में, हाँ चलिए, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. अच्छा, आपका रोल नंबर 10 था, है ना?
जी जी.
और पिछली स्टूडेंट कौन थी? ये जो पिछली स्टूडेंट किन्होंने अभी बोला था, जो कौन सी थी
Sir,
student?
Faiza Salim.
हाँ, आपका 24 है, ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अच्छा, मैं इसमें ये कहना चाह रहा था कि ठीक है, हर का थोड़ा थोड़ा ठीक है. तो आपको ऑटो कोरिलेशन का इसका मतलब आइडिया है क्लास में काफी लोगों को. अच्छा, ये किसने पढ़ा हुआ है? पावर स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी किसी ने पढ़ा हुआ है? पावर स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी किसी ने पढ़ा हुआ है अपनी अंडरग्रेड क्लास में?
यस सर, पढ़ा हुआ है.
अच्छा. मोहम्मद अरशद साहब बता रहे हैं कि उन्होंने पढ़ा हुआ है. अच्छा, तो आप इसको थोड़ा सा बता सकते हैं पावर स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी या एनर्जी स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी में क्या फर्क होता है?
सर इसमें पावर सर अगर एनर्जी फाइनाइट होगी तो इनफिनाइट लिमिट के लिए हमारी पावर 0 हो जाएगी. इसमें हम पावर की डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चेक करते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम.
अच्छा, पावर स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी में पावर चेक करते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम, ठीक है. और एनर्जी स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी में क्या चेक करते हैं? अच्छा, चलिए ठीक है.
सर एनर्जी चेक करते हैं.
अच्छा, सही. अच्छा, ठीक है, थैंक यू वेरी मच. अच्छा, और कोई जवाब देना चाहेगा इस सवाल का, पीएचडी और ईएसडी के बारे में? इसका मतलब थोड़ा बहुत तो इन्होंने पढ़ा हुआ है, जवाब इनका ठीक नहीं है, बट आई एम हैप्पी दैट यू नो समथिंग अबाउट इट. हाँ जी, किसी और कोई शेयर करना चाहेगा? जी, हाँ.
Sir, it is the quantity of power for each frequency component.
वेरी गुड. आप में खतीजा अमीन, आपका रोल नंबर क्या है?
Roll number 34.
रोल नंबर 34. गुड, ठीक है, आपका आंसर सही है. एक्चुअली जो स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी का मतलब ये है कि इट इज गिविंग मी एनर्जी और पावर विद रिस्पेक्ट टू फ्रीक्वेंसी, ठीक है. सो इट इज नॉट टाइम, ठीक है ना? टाइम में तो काफी चीजें आपकी फंक्शन की आई जाती हैं. अब हमने थोड़ा सा फ्रीक्वेंसी की तरफ जाना. ऑलरेडी वेरी गुड आंसर, 34 रोल नंबर. सो अच्छा, all right, so I'm happy that you know something about autocorrelation. You also know something about power spectral density. Now, does every one of you know or any one of you know the relationship between autocorrelation function and PSD or autocorrelation function and ESD? Acha, roll number 34 which you just answered. Who was roll number 34 who has just answered the question? So, मेरे नाम ऐसे में लिखे भी नहीं मेरे पास.
Sir, Khadija Amin.
हाँ. So you have graduated from which university?
Lahore College for Women University.
Lahore College. All right. Can you give me the answer that, do you know some relationship that exists between autocorrelation functions and their power or energy spectral densities?
Sorry, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
सर इसका आंसर इस तरह दिया जा सकता है कि पावर स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी या एनर्जी स्पेक्ट्रल डेंसिटी में को ऑटो कोरिलेशन फंक्शन के साथ सर इस तरह उसके साथ रिलेट कर सकते हैं कि विद रिस्पेक्ट टू फ्रीक्वेंसी टू फंक्शंस की उनमें जो रिलेशंस होगा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू फ्रीक्वेंसी नॉट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम, उसको सर हम इवेल्युएट करेंगे।
नहीं, अगर
इस
आप
तरह कह सकते हैं सर इसको फ्रीक्वेंसी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से।
हाँ नहीं, इस तरह नहीं कह सकते।
फोरियर के लिहाज से इनको हम रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं।
फोरियर की लिहाज से, अच्छा, तो फोरियर की लिहाज से कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे मैनूर?
सर इनका फोरियर का ही कुछ था, इतना नहीं याद मुझे।
अच्छा, चलें, वेरी गुड, योर आंसर इज वेरी partially right. So she is right actually. The relationship is that Manur, from which university have you studied?
ITU.
ITU. All right. What is ITU? ये Arfa Kareem?
Yes, Arfa Kareem.
Arfa Kareem. All right. So yes, you are partially right, and that the Fourier of the autocorrelation function, okay, either gives us PSD or it gives us ESD. All right. So I'm very happy that many of the students have some of the basics knowledge about PSD or ESD. So I will just go in a bit detail because many students do not know this. Just a little bit of information. Many students have know this, but they don't have clear set of information. So I'll just go into a little bit of detail for this PSD and ESD. Achha, can any one of you tell me for which case I will get PSD or for which case I will get ESD? We have just seen it is the Fourier, but when I will get PSD and when I will get ESD? All right, but I'm very happy that students have they have shown a very good class participation skills. Let us go back to some of the important concepts that we need to revise before we could understand the stochastic processes. So we only have 2 minutes left. मुझे अटेंडेंस भी तो लगानी है आपकी। ये कितने पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं? चाहे अटेंडेंस लगा दें, जितना टाइम मिलेगा हम थोड़ा बहुत उसमें इसको कवर कर लेंगे। और I think how many 12 participants. अच्छा, so one is missing. All right, roll number 3 is present. Roll number 3. Roll number 3 is present.
Yes, sir.
Acha, roll number 2 is present.
Yes, sir, present. Roll number 3.
All right, roll number 2 is present. 2. Roll number 4.
Yes sir.
Roll number
present.
हाँ ठीक है, मुझे नजर आ गया। Roll number 6.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 9.
Present.
हाँ ठीक है, 9 तो है। Roll number 10.
प्रेजेंट सर।
Roll number 21.
सर 18 रोल नंबर।
Oh, sorry. Roll number 18.
यस प्रेजेंट।
ठीक है। Roll number 21. 21. All right. Roll number 24.
Present, sir.
Roll number 27.
I'm present, sir.
Roll number 28. Roll number 28.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Roll number 30. Roll number
Present,
30.
sir.
Okay. Roll number 34.
Present, sir.
All right. All right. So we have just 5 minutes left. I just discussed this. I am very happy. Many students have knowledge about autocorrelation and this power spectral, energy spectral, and some of the info. So just to refresh, so that we can go further. So you all know you have power and energy definitions. This is the definition of the energy of a signal. So you just take the square and integrate over the whole set of time for which the signal exists. So it just gives the energy. So the power is defined. You integrate the same thing, but you integrate over any time t, then you divide by that t, and as t tends to infinity, this gives you the power. So if this is finite, this becomes energy. If this becomes infinite, then this becomes a power signal. And if this becomes infinite, then it is neither an energy or a power signal. So most of the signals in communications are either energy signals or they are power signals. Okay, so we will be restricting ourselves to energy and energy, or they cannot be both. They have to be either energy or they have to be either power signal. So we will restrict ourselves to power signals. So periodic signals, they are actually power signals because you could very well see their energies goes infinite, because periodic means they are continuing forever. And then their power is given, it can also be given with this, also this formula, but it also boils down to this formula. They're both the same. You just integrate over one time period, divide by that time period, it will give you the power. Now, how we define their autocorrelation. So here I will just refer to my notes, so that very important relationship needs to be defined of convolution. So you get a very good mathematical background. Now, you know, let us say what is convolution of a complex function xt convolved with xt. So this is conjugate, you know, conjugate. So this will be x of tau, x of t minus tau. This is a very good definition of convolution, as you are. But the definition of autocorrelation is a bit different. In convolution, you have tau with minus tau. In convolution, you have x tau with x of t minus tau. So you have a new variable tau tau, and the second function is, you know, flipped with respect to the tau axis. But in autocorrelation, as one student said, that you just have delay. So autocorrelation at tau delay will be the function multiplied with the same function with tau delay. All right, but if the function is imagined complex, so it will be taking its conjugate, or its complex, it will be complex version, the second function. Now, how can you represent autocorrelation in terms of convolution? So this is also an important relation. Many students do not know, or once they do not know, then they are not able to correlate further concepts. So now we know that simple convolution means x of tau into x of t minus tau convolved. All right. Or in other words, I can say x of t, same thing. Just repeat this, but I take this on the left hand side, I take on the right hand side. Convolution is just x of tau into x of t minus tau. But what I say, if I say that I take convolution, but I take convolution with xt minus t. All right, this is x of minus t. So if this, you take this minus, so what happens here, that this t becomes minus, and in that case the delay will change from minus t to plus tau, minus tau to plus tau. Please mute yourselves. Some student has, please mute yourself. Shrimsa, please mute yourself. All right. So you can see here what is happening, that this is x of minus t. Once I take minus t, so what happens here? I have to definitely take minus. But once I take minus t, remember, delay, if there is t and delay with respect to minus tau, or you can say minus tau, delay is t. Or you can say t, then delay is minus tau. But if I change t to minus t, then delay will not be minus t, because in that case it will become advanced. So I have to, for delay, I have to put plus tau. All right. So once I have minus t here, I have to write minus t, but the delay will now be plus tau. Or in other words, you can just say that if tau is a function, so if I put x of minus t, so this becomes minus t, but this tau function will also become plus tau. Okay, you can understand both ways, no problem. Now what I do, I say let us take t is equal to tau. So in that case, this will become tau, this will become tau, t will become tau, this will become tau becomes t, t becomes tau, tau, tau. We have just changed the variables, no problem. This becomes tau, this becomes t, and this becomes t of tau. Now you will see, what is this thing? This is the autocorrelation function, x of t minus tau t. This is autocorrelation function. And now I represent autocorrelation function in terms of the convolution function. So autocorrelation is actually the convolution of the function with itself, but you take minus tau of that, because you can now see the logical interpretation. And the interpretation, because in convolution, you flip the function, but in autocorrelation, you do not flip the function. So you already flipped the function. Once you put this in convolution, it will be again flipped, and you will get the autocorrelation. All right. So we will end this lecture because the time is up, but we are ending this lecture at 7. All right. So the recording will be there. We will start from this point onwards. So we get a good idea of PSD and ESD in the next subsequent lectures. All right. If anyone has any question, so he may ask before we end.
सर ये वाले नोट्स भी भेज दीजिएगा।
हाँ, नोट्स भी इंशाल्लाह
बहुत अच्छे हैं।
बिल्कुल नोट्स भी देंगे इंशाल्लाह, और वीडियोस भी आपको अवेलेबल होंगी। ठीक है। All right, so we end the lecture. The time is up. I will stop.